Hello, how's it going? Back again with another recipe. Katie asked me would I make butter chicken. I think she's going to try it next week. So I'm going to give that a go and hopefully it'll work out okay. So yeah, I'll just adjust the camera now to go through the ingredients. Let's give it a sec. It's good. Yeah, so I'm just going to do the chicken first. So basically what I've done here is I've cubed some chicken, what I'm going to do is I'm going to marinate it in a mixture of natural yogurt, some garam masala, which is a blend of spices, which I'll just tell you a bit about. So what I've put in there is some coriander, some fennel seeds, some peppercorn, cloves, cardamom, and some cumin. So you can add another few spices to that, but that's the recipe I'm using. You could add a star anise in there as well, and maybe some mace. And the garam masala that's the blended version there, what I did with my grinder. Garam masala is essentially the base for curry powder. So really what you're adding to that mix to get a curry powder is some turmeric and chili. And that's essentially, pretty much what you'd find in a curry powder. Anyway, so when I'm doing the chicken, I'm going to marinate it in. So I have some natural yogurt and roughly about a teaspoon of garam masala, some Kashmiri chili powder, which is a very vibrant red color. It's not a very strong chili, so you can cut a decent bit in, but I'm going to include some of that in the marinade, again, just to give that color. Don't overdo it. Then I'm going to add some salt. And I have a paste here that I made a little bit earlier, made up of garlic. I think it's about 10 or 12 cloves of garlic in there, and some ginger. Just put that through the blender. So I'm going to add some of that paste as well. That's it. And then add the chicken in. So just mix that up. So what I'm going to do with this is put in the fridge, I think for about 30 minutes. And in the meantime, we'll get cracking on the rice. So I'll just put this in the fridge, back. So for the rice, what I do is I have some basmati rice there, which I've soaked, got the starch out of it, and I have some spices here to make the rice aromatic. So I got some cinnamon sticks, some peppercorn, some cardamoms again, some cumin and some cloves. So what I'm going to do is I have that pot heating there, just add a bit of oil to that, just let cook for a sec. And then I'm going to add my spices in there. I'll just kind of roast the spices for about a minute. Put some heat into those. So that's good to go. So add in the rice. Just get the heat into that, so you can see spices blended in there. So I'm going to add some boiling water. Put the water maybe about a half an inch above the rice, should be about right to soak that up. So the way I cook the rice is I bring it to a boil, let it boil for 2 minutes. Turn the heat off, put a lid on it, and put some tea cloth or some kind of a rag on top of it. So that's boiling there. So that's boiled there for about 2 minutes. So we'll just let that put the lid on. put an old rag on top of it, just any old bloody rag, and turn off the heat on that. And I'd leave it then for approximately maybe 13-15 minutes. So we'll come back to that. So the chicken, yeah, we're marinating that for the last 30 minutes or so. So what I'm going to do with the chicken, look, there's a couple of options here. You could just fry it and put the sauce together in that, but the way I do it, or tend to do it, is that I skewer the chicken's pieces and put them under the grill to cook. And the reason behind that is that you can kind of give a kind of a burnt look to the chicken, and it just kind of, look, it's really just for presentation, makes it look kind of nicer. So anyway, that's what I do. So it's the chicken good to go. So I'm going to put it under the grill about 10, maybe 12 minutes. So we'll get working on the sauce now. Okay, so yeah, just to do the butter chicken sauce, I can show you the ingredients for that. So basically, I have some onion, some butter, that paste with garlic and ginger in it, some passata, tomato juice essentially, cream, some garam masala, that Kashmiri curry powder, and some salt. So they're the main ingredients on it. Anyway, so we got cracking on that. So the pan on the go there. So, oops, burning a little bit. So let me just take it off the heat for a sec. So just add the onions. So can I let the onions fry maybe for about 3 or 4 minutes till they get soft. So let that happen. So the onions are softened. So just add in some of the ginger and garlic paste. I think quite a good bit, maybe, you know, about 4 cloves of garlic in that, you know, if needed. And add in the garam masala, about maybe a tablespoon, do the trick, and overdo it. Then the Kashmiri chili powder, let's throw that in. Again, about a tablespoon will do, and then I'm going to add some salt, decent bit of salt, maybe half a teaspoon. Just fry that up for a few seconds. Good smell of that. So I'm going to add the tomato paste. You could add in whole tomatoes and blend it later on with a hand blender. I find it just as easy to use passata. Okay, so there's good colour in that. Just let that cook for maybe about 5 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, that's cooking away there. It's very important to clean as you go. Kind of a dirty kitchen. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to add the cream. Just reduce the heat of it there. Throw in all that cream, whatever that is, 250 ml, and just blend it gently. Again, just let the heat get through on that. So, Jesus, fucking mess. Sorry about that. Okay, we'll just let that cook there for a couple of minutes. Okay, so that's been cooking for a few minutes. So I think I have everything in there. The last two ingredients are some butter, it's butter chicken. So a decent bit of butter in there. Oops. Just let that melt into it. And one other thing, some Magna chutney or anything sweet. I usually actually put in honey in here, but you could even use some sugar. You need to kind of give a bit of sweetness to this dish. So I'm going to put in again about a tablespoon, maybe a dash. Give it another bit. I guess depending on how sweet you want it. Okay. So that's it. So that's pretty much it. I'm just going to let the heat go through that. Bit messy. Right. So the last step with this is to blend it either in a blender or with a hand blender. So I'm going to use the hand blender. I guess you don't need to see me doing that, but I'll go and pause again. Thanks a lot. Yeah, actually, it could happen to a bishop, but there's one ingredient that I forgot to add, which was some cashew nuts. So, and I would have added them whole and then blended them. So what I've done is I've blended them and just going to add it to it now. So look at a kind of a good handful of cashew nuts. Looks like baby food there, but they're an important part of it. So I'll just try that in. Don't know how I missed that. So I'm going to blend that in there. This is coming really good. So the chicken is ready. To show you that. Jesus. Right. I'm delighted with that. So the chicken, sorry. The chicken on the skewers. So it has that kind of burnt look, which is what I was after. So I'll just throw it in there. So that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to sort out the rice and then serve it up. So yeah, back in a minute. So the rice has turned out pretty much perfect. So delighted with that. So the last thing I do with the rice is add some turmeric, just a bit, just really to give it colour. Don't overdo that either. Just about that amount, and just blend it in there. So just serve it up then. So that's the buttered chicken. Very happy the way that turned out. Just some in there. It's quite rich, so you wouldn't serve a lot of it. Yeah. There you go. So just some flaked almond, bit of coriander, and drop of cream. So that's it. Butter chicken. Yeah, there you go. Just need to clean the kitchen now and wash the floor. I have a rag. Toodly pips.